Welcome back. Data download time. Almost as important as who wins the caucuses tomorrow night will be who wins where. How each candidate does with different voting blocks could be an early preview of how they'll do in similar communities in other states throughout this primary season. Here's how to watch the results tomorrow night. First, the college towns, Johnson County and Story County. These are the respective home counties of Iowa and Iowa State universities. In 2016, Bernie Sanders won both in his narrow statewide loss to Hillary Clinton. It's a sign of his power with younger, college-aged voters. We're watching if he can keep a hold on that core constituency and essentially just flood the zone over there. Then there are the blue-collar communities of Blackhawk, Lynn, and Scott counties. Each is above the state average for manufacturing employment. Sanders carried them in 16, but tomorrow we're going to be watching to see how Joe Biden does here. He needs to prove he has the potential to peel off these blue-collar voters from President Trump that Sanders seems to be doing well with. Then there's the urban Iowa, Dallas and Polk counties, where you have Des Moines and its suburbs, winning counties for Hillary Clinton 4 years ago. These are the most dense population centers with many of the state's most educated and affluent voters. It's a place where Elizabeth Warren needs to shine, showing her strength carrying educated urbanites in states across the country. It's also key for Pete Buttigieg as well. And finally, we'll be watching what happens along the state's western edge, what we're calling the western ag counties. Even though they won't turn out a ton of voters, it'll be important to see which candidate wins over these prairie populists. They could go with Sanders, as they did 4 years ago, or perhaps Amy Klobuchar's Midwestern roots will help her gain traction out west. She has spent more time out there than most. Despite their differences, the one thing that unites Democrats is their desire to make Donald Trump a one-term president. And that means at the end of the day, every Democratic primary voter has electability front and center in their minds. How each of these candidates does tomorrow night could give us a hint and how they're fare throughout the primary season, and maybe even in November. When we come back, Joe Biden has gone all in here in Iowa. Could he recover from a bad loss tomorrow? Hello from Washington, I'm Chuck Todd, and thanks for checking out the Meet the Press channel on YouTube. Click on the button down here to subscribe and click over here to watch the latest interviews, highlights, and other digital exclusives.